The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Wilson. That's out to the flat for Gordon. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. They juked him. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
We know Melvin Gordon is very effective getting to the perimeter, but being a former University of Wisconsin Badger means you know how to run the ball inside and with power as well. I also like the fact that he's a weapon in the passing game. Had as many as 58 catches in a season. Throw it to him in space and look out.
Now Wilson on first down. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off, and the Jaguars are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now Lawrence. He'll get that underneath Etienne. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Now Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And take it right on the 30. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. It's caught at the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. they're guessing about where you're going to go, I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Javonte Williams, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level. McManus's point after is good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. 20! And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. This is Gordon going left. And he'll get 4 there down to about the 12-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by McManus is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Now Lawrence to throw. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. McManus now for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Lawrence will try again after the pick six. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot. When you have all those people bearing down on you, probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball. Give them what they want. Unfortunately, he gave it to them too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, good return up past the 30.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. He targets Ingram for another grab. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Lawrence will throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
18 yards there, down to the 18, and a first down. Now Wilson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Wilson. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And, Charles, you look at this defense. They were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. 4th down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. The kick by McManus is good, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line up.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Take it in at the 3. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
It's caught at the 10. Touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Now McManus for the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
It's a gain of 34.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
They go play action with Lawrence.
He'll buy some time right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by McManus is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
Taken in at the 3.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Now Gordon on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Nifty move by Gordon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he